No, I didn't. Is it the mic aux thing? Well, can you just watch it and then see if the audio is working, please? Yes. Does my forehead look big?
Okay, we're supposed to be
Okay.
on. This is business
You're live.
talk. Yes, we are.
Hello. Am I gonna be able to see who's talking? I'm talking to you.
Oh.
And can our screen get bigger?
You know what? Is that good?
Yeah.
There you go.
My drink. Okay. Hey everybody, this is the Talkitoutshow. I'm Lydia.
And I am Joanne.
Okay, so we're doing it without our phone. We're doing it on our computer. So if it's a little too dark, our bad.
Please forgive us, but we are here because, of course, we didn't make it last time, right?
No.
There were technical difficulties last time,
Yes,
and so we're trying to make sure that we are here for you today.
And I made some fried chicken and we got some grapes. I didn't have enough time to do a side dish, so it's fried chicken and grapes, and we're gonna be happy about this fried chicken and grapes.
Man, okay.
Because we could have nothing but grapes.
Man.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're grateful in anything. In these day and ages, I'm grateful for anything.
There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this food that we're about to receive. Thank you for blessing us and guiding us and protecting us and being there for us.
Yes.
Give us the knowledge to be able to answer questions, help people out, and be supportive to other people as well as we want them to be supportive to us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen, amen.
Okay, so we can go ahead and get ready to eat. This is thighs. I never really made fried chicken thighs, boneless thighs anyway.
All right.
I made thighs because the whole chicken, not boneless thighs.
Yeah.
So we're going to go about it.
Okay.
And then,
so what is our topic today? Because I know it's got to be, is it what we were talking about earlier, or what do you have your own thing you got going? Because I know sometimes you be having your own thing that you're about to do already. And first, so.
I'm going to say it could be about the self-care thing. But we
did
did also say the week was supposed to be on.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to talk about jobs you can do without money.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
So,
like
somebody asked a
business,
question. Yeah, I got to find a question too, but.
Okay.
But let's start with the self-care while I look for the question.
Okay. So for me, I was trying to basically say, I'm talking to Lydia about, we're doing all this work, we're doing all these businesses and this and that. You know, we all see Lydia's got her hands into everything, so she's doing all kinds of stuff. So, me taking on some stuff too as well with my business and things like that. And then we're always busy doing stuff on the weekends and getting our hustle on, basically. But I was basically wanting to say is we really need to pay attention to also, don't forget self-care. And don't forget to take care of yourself. You know, listen to your body, listen to what's going on, because, you know, we all have, you know, pre-existing things that are on, you know, conditions or whatever they call them, pre-existing conditions that we have to maintain on a daily. And so we have to make sure that, because a lot of times when you're in you know, doing business type stuff, you can get so wrapped up into doing what you're doing that, like, simple things as this, you can forget to do. And that is something that can really affect the pre-existing condition that you have. And so, like with Lydia, which of course I have the same thing now too, with the diabetes, you have to make sure that you eat. Even though, you know, sometimes you don't. You can get busy and don't want to eat. And you're just like, okay, well, you know, for me, I have that theory of, well, I'm big, so it don't matter if I eat or not, type thing. Well, you know, it does matter. Also, staying hydrated is very important. You know, things like that. Like I was telling her, we've been on these pop-up markets. The weather's changing. It's getting very hot. And sometimes, like, I'll go through the day and realize, well, why is my mouth feeling so dry? What's going on? Well, it's because I'm not even drinking or consuming more water when I need to, because it's hotter outside and I'm outside. If we're sitting outside all day or things like that, and I'm not making sure that I'm hydrated, that I'm going to end up being sick. Something's gonna happen to me because see, I have other pre-existing conditions that being out in the sun is not good for me at all. So that's why I was telling is when you have that passion or you trying to do your business or stuff like that. It is you work all the time. It's always thinking about it, doing this or whatever. But you also have to take time and listen to your body and take time to take care of yourself. Always. Because you won't be able to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Not physically, you won't be able to do that. So that's why that was one of the things that I really wanted to stress for people. And don't feel bad if something happens and you have to take a little break or something like that. Because the thing about it is, and I have been feeling like that. I'm like, I feel like I'm taking on so much, and it's like, well, I gotta make sure I'm okay. But then too, I feel like if I'm not constantly doing, and I'm not producing all the time or whatever, but it's like if I'm not here, I ain't gonna be able to produce anything anyway.
Exactly.
So, what? So I have to make sure that I take care of those things. Take time out to make sure. So I've been trying to make sure that I go to the doctors, do what I need to do, have them do the blood work they need to do, and so I like to make sure that I'm okay, make sure meds are okay that I'm supposed to be on, or, because sometimes you got to make sure that you know your body and know when something's not right, and tell your doctor too, because they got to be able to help you out and be like, look, this is what's going on, this and that, let's check this out to see what's going on, or I need to get on this med, this, that, or whatever. Also, and one thing that we need to do, being out in this heat, we got to make sure that we are not, a lot of times people will get swollen, their legs swell in this heat, stuff like that. You guys have to make sure you take the time to put your feet up, to put them up, and they say and elevate and above your heart and stuff like that. Make sure you take those breaks, do what you need to do, because you don't want to sit there and just eat, like what we're going to do, and we're going to see how we're doing this week. This weekend's going to be very, very hot. And it's not what we're used to where we live, so, and it's a time where we're going to be outside in it. So we're going to have to listen to our bodies. We're going to have to listen to it and be like, okay, I can take off some, you know what I mean? Because for me, my body's already hot. Even this before it even was hot outside. So I already been having, issues with that. So I get extra, if I have extra, I'm getting extra hot from, it's going to be like 109 or 100 this and that. You gotta make sure you listen to your body. Thank you
so much.
So you gotta make sure you listen to your body.
Oh, so you go to which market? Can you give me some sliced apples?
What?
Did you go to which market? Can you give me some sliced apples? Thank you.
Right.
So yeah, you got to listen. Make sure that you are getting the proper. Basically, your doctors are doing what they're supposed to do as well. Because I'm gonna tell you this, just because they're a doctor, don't mean to know everything. You know your body. You listen to your body. If something don't feel right, address it. And don't overwork yourself. Don't feel bad, if something goes on. Like, it's probably hard for me to, Lydia probably is the most hard-headed probably with this. But if you gotta take a break because something ain't right or whatever, you gotta do that. I mean, I know she's on this grind for the green dollar bill and da-da-da-da-da, but her life is more important than that green dollar bill. And you guys have to understand that as well. Your life is more important than that. Because the thing about it is if you ain't around, you can't earn a green dollar bill anyway.
Yeah, that's what we argue about all the time. And I get what you're saying. I really do. But my thing is, sometimes that's what keeps you going and not deteriorating so fast. Is that you keep going.
Yeah.
Because when you baby your situation, it's hard. It's like if you hurt your leg or something, and if you don't walk on it, it takes you longer to heal because I'm not walking because it hurts. But when you put a little bit of pressure and get used to it, it heals faster. So it is. I get what you're saying.
By no means am I saying to baby anything. I'm just saying don't go to the extreme to where you ignore everything and then you just show up. So where
I don't ignore it. I talk about it. I discuss it with my doctors. I discuss it. Now, they might ignore it.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't ignore it.
Don't let them ignore it. That's what I'm saying.
I don't be knowing what it is. I can only explain what I'm going through. And it is what it is. So that's the thing that I'm not trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe you gotta do take care of yourself. There's self-care. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of times what helps break you down is you're not getting enough rest.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you go into bed with your mind thinking about other things and
Mm-hmm.
or anything. I mean, you can be happy and your mind is not resting. You can be mad, your mind not resting.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta give yourself. You can't just jump in the bed and go to sleep because a lot of times you're not relaxed. So if you lay down in the bed for a good 30 to 45 minutes and then fall asleep, you get more of a relaxation. You get more nice sleep, rest. Because your body works better when you have water in your body and rest in your body.
And also Netflix has a new, I guess I heard from someone, they have a new app that is a meditation app on Netflix, and it helps with deal with different things. So if you have like anxiety or something like that, different areas, so different meditations for different things. I think this is amazing. Because even for me, when we go to sleep, I put on the 24-hour meditation music and things like that to calm me down. So like she's saying, when you get that rest, when you have that going, you can't but help but to get relaxed and go into a deep REM sleep. And that helps you really actually get your rest. And that's the where you're supposed to be to get that healing anyway, for your body to heal.
Okay. I hope you guys listening to that.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a lot of stuff to get yourself ready for that.
Mm-hmm. When you get in that deep sleep, then you feel revived the next day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to feel, because when you get in that deep sleep, that's what the problem with a lot of us, we're not getting that deep sleep, and we're not getting that deep sleep, we're not healing. So, we gotta get in there.
I agree with that. I agree with that all the time.
Did you ever find the question?
And I'm reading too. There's a lot more new questions that we got in our thing.
Oh.
And I was like, dang, we're gonna be having questions for our podcast for days.
For the podcast.
I have to stop going to the other place.
Oh, that's fine. So, some of the things that we could talk about would be what things, because we have been having these discussions, trying to think about what we need to do anyway. Because you have to mentally prepare yourself, especially when you are going to be in an environment that you're not used to. We're not used to being in 109-degree weather, sitting out in it. You know?
I've been scared, y'all. I've been scared.
So,
I'm going
to have different things. You know, like she said, keep making sure. We may have to try to, like she said, buy dry ice. So make sure we have them through the day. Keep our drinks cold and food cold. She said having cold watermelon helped her cool her whole body. So, and you want to do that, especially if you're burning up on the outside. And getting that internal of you, getting that cooled off. Because that goes. Now, one thing I used to do, and of course, I probably have to do that if I had froze some water and then pulled it out the water bottle if I was there, you know. But when I'm hot, it's a good thing to do is to take your hand and run it where your pulse is. Run the cold water on it. That really, really cools you off. Well, if I'm out and about, I'm not in my sink, but I take that water bottle and it's really frozen cold or whatever, I can do that to try to cool off. Because sometimes even popsicles, things like that, those will do that. With Lydia being on this special diet, she's going to have to find things. Like she could probably even freeze grapes. How she's got these grapes right here. She can freeze grapes. She can freeze certain fruits and things like that. You know what I mean? That are going to, and she can just pop in her mouth all day and kind of get her relief from the heat. She's been trying to find this chair, and it's been an ordeal today.
Oh, y'all know I've been mad about this chair.
But the chair has an umbrella on top of it, so it's a chair that she considered also the umbrella over, which is awesome because if you can get a shield of protection over you, double the shield of protection, because if you're under a tent, when you also have your chair, make sure you're always covered. That's going to help. You get that sun away from you. directly hitting you.
Ooh, I found it.
Oh, you did finally?
Ooh, go ahead, though.
So as long as you do that, find something that, like for me, I have actually because of a lot of my medical issues, I have a walker. I was very comfortable, but I was even thinking about what if I could find some kind of an umbrella or something to attach to it.
Mm-hmm.
I become to keep the sun away from me because I've been
Well,
driving.
We're in the thing under the tent too. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that
we just gotta be in the middle, and the kids gonna be on the outside.
Well, I don't want them burning up either. That's what I'm saying. So
but they move around more than we do.
Yeah, well, I want them to. I want all of us to be protected, really. So, if we say, for instance, we did have some umbrella or something, and if they had to be under, because we got the protection too as well, double. I just don't know how big it is, and I don't remember because it's been so many years. But just trying to think of some things to do. Our minds have been there because we're like, hey, it's kind of fearful.
Y'all people from Arizona and Vegas should be really telling us what to do. Yeah. Y'all have this weather.
Yeah. But I don't know if we're going to have all these pop-up markets and stuff like that in that weather.
But they be walking down the strip.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So let us know what you got to do. But honey, in Vegas, who they be drinking? I don't know how they doing.
I know, and they be walking down the strip. I told you, I didn't go out there today. I was indoor. Yeah, I thought, I'm just mom coming out around 12 or 1. It was 95 or 90. I was No, sorry, Bob. It ain't working for me.
So if you guys have any ideas on ways for us to keep cool while we're still trying to get our hustle on and things like that. Also with I didn't think about it with Alizé's products. We might just have to have hers on ice or something cooler.
Yeah, not dry ice like everything else.
Oh, that's so good. Yep. So.
She just glad to probably make a whole bunch of lip glosses.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So what is the person saying?
Okay, so I'm going to read this question. It said, I am a mother of 2. I don't have much of a support system nor a vehicle. I am actively working on this. I've been working from home for over a year now and desperately need a side hustle to pay for childcare. I do not have a vehicle, so that limits what I can do to earn additional money. I am also in college and working full-time. I thought about getting a second job, but I'm stretched thin as is. I would also have to pay for additional childcare, so it defeats its purpose. Can you please give me some ideas? I tried to brainstorm on my own, but the typical thing, like doing hair, nails, do not fit my skill set. I would love to do something that I could turn into a steady and secondary income stream. I want to make more than daycare costs, so about $1,000 monthly. So I can build up my savings. I am located in blank. I've been running through potential ideas and keep coming up empty, and I can't continue working from home while trying to be the best mom I can be. I do not qualify for child care stipend because I make a bit too much. The income cap is $1,400 a month. I pay all my bills myself and some left over with no subsidies. Additional income will allow me to do much on top of child care. My child would also benefit from returning to daycare. I know this isn't like a usual question, but given what you do, I figured someone would know something. I'm hard working and just trying to figure out what side hustle would be the best for me. Thank you for taking the time out to read this. Any ideas would be greatly appreciated. And I was like, wow. I was understanding what she was talking about. I was feeling her pain. I was like, I get you, girl. I'm here for you. So there's a lot of things you can do that doesn't even have a lot of startup costs, but it takes communication, advertising, knowing Facebook, Instagram, knowing how to market your stuff. There's a lot of things you do, but you can be a teacher online.
Okay.
And you can work as many hours as you want. You can do it in the middle of the night if you want to. Because you're teaching people how to speak English. And so
You
I
got all
have,
over the country,
yes,
all
I
over
have
the world.
joined 2 of them.
Okay.
So I joined, I'm still working on VIP, y'all. Whew. VIP Kid is a good one. And Cambly is another one. Now, there might be more, but those are the 2 that I know of. And Cambly, all you got to do is fill out the paperwork, do a short video, and then it'll take a week to figure it out.
Okay.
And once you figure it out, you get paid every Monday on PayPal.
Nice.
And you can do, if you do adults, you don't get as much as if you do kids, but kids, you have a set
schedule.
Schoolwork. Think what is it?
Curriculum.
Curriculum. Thank you. You have a set curriculum to do, and so you get like $1 or something or $2 more for students in that area. But you gotta think, you talking to these people for 30 minutes, or I don't know how long Cambly is, but about 30 minutes a day, and you can do as many as you want in a day.
Oh, like different people, helping different types of people learn the
So
language.
you're doing it throughout the day, so you can make pretty good money each Monday.
It's basically up to you.
Yeah. I don't know how many times you do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like what you work now, you can be like, on lunch break, I'm going to do this conversation over here. I'm going to eat real quick, and then I'm going to do this kind of conversation over here. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. You can do customer service at home.
Yeah, that's true.
You can do voiceovers. Like read books and stuff like that, and do that. They got plenty of openings and jobs for that.
Looking at myself.
Well, then, yes, I will hook you up, and you better look on into it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you can do. So this is, so you got, my mind just went blank. I was going to write this stuff down. VIP Cambly. You have the voiceover, stuff like that. You can go on Fiverr. You can make images on Canva or Photoshop or anything like that and sell it on Etsy, Fiverr. There's all kinds of stuff you can do, and you don't have to really have a lot of talent to do it. Because there's just a lot of people don't know how to work Photoshop and stuff like that. But you can do. I spend a lot of money on Fiverr. And I get a lot of work done on Fiverr. Me and Mom, for our sister, did her logo. Now, out of all the money I spent on Fiverr, hers was the most, and I was like, but it was the bomb, too. I mean, I really liked her stuff. It was really the bomb, but it even cost more than my book cover. Writing a book, write a children's book. I wrote a children's book a long time ago, and it just vanished, and I've been pissed ever since. And the one person, original? I've been pissed, and I can't find it, and it's pissed me off.
Do you think it's right? Yeah.
I don't know. It got to be somewhere in this invisible house, or somebody threw it away by accident.
You don't think it was in that storage?
Huh?
You don't think it was in that storage?
No, it was in this house.
It was in this house?
Yeah. I put it in this house in the file cabinet.
Oh my God.
And it disappeared.
My goodness.
Yeah. So.
I love that book too. I love that book.
So, there's also doing low to no content books. I was so glad kind of that we didn't have our thing up because I was just getting into it. I now make 3 or 4 books a day.
Wow.
And they're no and low to content books. And it works really good. Because now I put the books on Amazon. They're on Amazon. I can also order the books and sell them wherever I go.
Yourself, where you go. Okay.
Yeah. So there's some books that I'm going to, like I did one book. I'll tell you guys about it when it gets done, but once it's up. So it takes, let me tell you about doing that. You can do your book and you can go to, there's all kinds of companies you can go to. You can go to like Book Bolt, Ingram, some other places they do too. They give you free content, so you pay $10 a month, and you can do the no content. So they have like journals, exercise, diet books, recipe books, all kinds of stuff that you can do and create a low cost. And it's like I said, the only thing you're paying for is BookBoat or Canva or Photoshop or whatever you gotta do. On the area, and so then. What you do is you pick which interior you want, and then you go and make your book cover. And so with your book cover, you create
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
So let me see if I can find mine because I'm a little proud of it. But I have about 15 books up because I try to put 3 books up a day. Because my biggest hard thing is I make a whole bunch of covers. And so I just realized that I can make all my different colors and put them all on one thing, so you could just go down and pick which book and which cover you wanted on my book. Which I wish I knew that earlier, but I'm learning. Lydia learning. So let's see, Amazon, because they got so much I gotta really do it.
Kind of reminds me of, I was talking to some people the other day, and we're talking about like old school back in the day, like records and albums and things like that. And when you look up a song, like even if you look up a song on like YouTube or whatever, that may not have been the original record cover. You know what I'm saying? The picture that they used in the original, and later on when they may have re-released it or whatever, it may be a totally different cover.
And I'm glad you said that, because also on top of that, you guys, make a song. It don't have to be a good one, and release it. Yeah. Release it on Apple, Google. Who cares? Somebody might just buy it just because it's funny and they want to talk about you like a dog. Release it. There's a lot of stuff you can do that we couldn't have did back in the day. But now we can do whatever we want. And there's so many people who are going to enjoy it. But this is my one book cover. It's called Your Daily Fitness Journal.
Okay, all right.
And I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to hold it there because it's a delay on my end. But that is my book, and it's on Amazon, and it's the Daily Fitness Journal.
All right.
And too bad it doesn't show you what the inside of the pages look like, but it is what it is.
All right.
And I have several of these books, and then I have several other books that are popping up every day. And the good thing about it is, what they tell you to do when you're doing KDP, which is Kindle Direct something. And then you can, I'm just going too fast than my brain's thinking. You can do KDP, but what you do is, they said don't just focus on doing one book. When you're doing the low content, do a lot. You can do coloring books. I got a coloring book ready, a comic book one ready. I got a lot coming up right now. Now, if you want to do a regular book, and you want to do a content book as well, you can do that. And you still can upload it on KDP and Ingram, and you could get it. Now, so you go, why would I do KDP and Ingram? Well, KDP is Amazon. It's just really connected to Amazon. And then you can, of course, put your thing on Kindle as well. Ingram also puts it in stores and all these. They have more variety to spread your books out around the world. Now, Amazon also has that opportunity to do it as well. But if you hit their button to spread it around the world, don't go to Ingram, because in Ingram, they're going to bump heads and they talk to each other. And they're going to be like, why would we put the same book in the same store? It doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? So it's that thing. But you can put it on KDP and have it on Ingram. Just don't push the button for that. The good thing about having it on KDP and Ingram and stuff like that, I'm still learning more about Ingram, is they make it as they go. So you don't have to spend thousands of dollars buying your book and then trying to sell it. It just goes on Amazon.
Oh, you mean as someone orders it?
Yeah. Oh. So like, instead of me spending $1,000, and people do this too.
Yeah.
I spent $1,000. I got 1,000 books, and I sent them to Amazon, and then I got to check to see, how many books you got. Okay, and I got to send. Now I got to reorder the books. You don't have to worry about it. Amazon makes them as they go.
That's awesome.
So that is one of the good positives about it. Now, I'm just saying. But you got to understand, you're making a lot of books. The more books you make, the more money you will make, because your books are going to be cheaper. Now, I'm learning this the hard way. I'm thinking $8.99, $7.99. That's cheap. But it's the $5.99 and sometimes $4.99. $4.99, you really not making money. But $4.99 and the $5.99 and the $6.99. that's pretty much in the realm you want to do for the no content.
The no content. Okay.
Because it is a. But again, if you make your cover look good, you might can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on how powerful your cover looks and making sure you do your tag words and stuff like that. So that's another way, a form of income.
Mm.
And I've been doing it and I've been enjoying it. Have I made any money? I just told you I've been doing it for 2 weeks. and I'm going to be honest, I don't even know where to look for to do it. I just learned that because I make like my daily fitness journal, I have like 10 different copies. I found out when I was looking up stuff that I could have had it all on the one page. Just doing it over and over under that one thing. So then you don't have to, let me go and click on this one. Yeah. You could just look down and go, I want this color. Or I want this. Yeah. So I'm learning. Okay? And that's the thing about it. But the more you do it and you work on it, you do learn new things. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes and get over it.
That's how it is. The journey
that's just life. You're just going to learn.
Live and learn.
And it's okay to do what you're doing. Like I'm trying new things. I'm gonna be doing my self-publishing, but a good thing about it too. That's what I wanted to say before I go to the next one. Is when you do these, you get to pay the low cost for your books. The only thing is you gotta pay shipping and handling, and then you can sell it out there. So I can order my books on Amazon. And now you know how we go to pop-up market. And I can get my order, pay the shipping and handling, and get them printed, sent there, and then I can sell my books. And then they go, oh, well, where can I find it? You can find it on Amazon 9.5. You can find it cheaper on Amazon than you will here. Yeah. So you could do either or, but that is what you get.
Oh, that's good.
So that's another plus. So you're making income from Amazon. Income because it's being distributed everywhere, and you're making income because you're selling it at your table or around vending, and you're carrying your stuff and you're telling people to buy your books, and you get all these good reviews on your books, and everybody wants your book. It makes you more money. So those are good things to think about. Keep it in your head. That's another one. And I'm gonna tell you, they'll tell you it takes up to 72 hours for them to make your book live. That's not true. And it says it on KDB too. It takes 72 hours. I don't know what 72 hours they have counted. But I be counting 4 or 5 days. And 72 hours to me is not 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, that's 3 days.
I thought it was 3 days. I just didn't know my math.
Yeah.
I just did. I thought I don't know my math because I counted 72 hours and it don't be 72 hours. It be 4, 5, 6 days for books to come out, to go live. Okay. And I have right now I have 12 books live, 10 to 12 books. Because I really, even if I mess up and don't get 3 out a day, I then make some more. But now my mind is different. Now I'm going to get 3 different types of book out a day, not just one book with different covers. I'm going to work on those things. Those are different things that I'm learning.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys really need to pay attention. This is some really good information. And I'm surprised you never told me. I'm my dang sister. She ain't told me she was doing it. So it's all new to me too.
Well, I told her I had some ideas and I was working on it to see what it is. Because my thing is I'd rather go through it first and make the mistakes so I could tell you. Because when I seen a lot of people, I don't know what
that was weird.
When I see a lot of people talk about these businesses, they don't give you the truth. Like they give you their success story and
exactly.
Oh, I make this much money and I make this much money. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Anything what you go through, man.
A lot of them don't even tell you it takes 3 days. You find out when you join that you need to have book boat. That you need to really know how to go to Book Owl. And that Book Owl don't ask for no money, but they do ask for money. Now you don't have to pay them, but they would like a donation.
Like you too, probably.
And that till you can get the right size cover to go onto KDP. And what I'm saying is like, if you do a 6x9 or 8.5 by 11, you gotta know these other numbers that tell you the whole width this way. Oh. Because you're thinking about 8x5 of 11 like this, but you need to know what 8x5 11, 8x5 11 is as a whole. And what is it as a whole. Right. To get that done. And then you got to know that some pages, some companies, like so far I realized, and I could be wrong, I'm just telling you what I ran into, Canva only does 100 pages. So when I go on Book Boat, I can do 140 pages.
Okay.
But my problem is with Book Boat, they only have that what is it? Their interior. So if you want to say this book belongs to, or you want to put a dedication, or you want to, you can't do that on Book Boat. So these are things that you gotta learn.
They're in a different program. To how the different programs are different and what they can and cannot do.
Well, Book Boat is whatever usually people go to because it gives you everything it needs for KDP. There's other companies that do, and I don't really work with them, and I'm not saying I'm going to work with them. I'm just saying I'm going to do a self-publishing book because I do have some books that I really do want to publish, and I do love writing kids' books. I have always. But my problem is I knew I didn't have the money. And now this way, the only money that I have to really worry about is my, what's it called? Illustration. Wow. That's the only money I have to worry about. And then I get to put it up, I get to upload it and I can make money. And now I can do, because my struggle was always, when I first did my book, I did one book and it cost me so much, but I was like, I just wanted to see what it looked like and stuff like that. And then I gave it to somebody and they don't know where it is to this day. And then I can't find the original. And so, and I can't get the person that I had draw the pictures to draw it no more. So my thing is, it's a struggle to move on. But now that I know that I can go to Fiverr or maybe find some artist online that will do the work for me, the artwork for me, and then I put it together, they're paid, and then all I have to do is reel in the money for myself. So please write a book, do a song, and it don't have to be anything fabulous. There's free beats all over the place. People do not mind using the free beats. As long as you acknowledge them, they will be there. You can pay for some beats. Some beats ain't really that expensive either. Exactly. I mean, there's some that are, but you can get some for like $10, $15, $25. I mean, it's low money that you can do to get that going. If you know how to cook. Tell people you're selling dinners on Sunday and sell dinners on Sunday and make it a big ass
And people really love it. They love it because a lot of people, because of this pandemic, I will have to say a lot of people, first of all, are searching for good food, and they're searching for food that they can get quickly. Yeah. So, or order and they don't have to cook it themselves. So I was noticing a lot of times with a lot of the things that we were doing locally that. A lot of people have been liking, they've been wanting seafood boils or, crab boils and stuff like that. And, and you see that. And then a lot of people have been actually, too, starting to pop up food trucks from, like, businesses that they just started like that. Yep. Now, all of a sudden, the food is so good because people want it, it's all of a sudden it's a big business for them. And they're able to do that. But if you, like she's saying, if you do that, on like say once a week or whatever, and say hey, I'm going to be selling these dinners on this such and such time or whatever, and then if you get a couple of friends, that's what's so cool. You get a couple of friends go, hey, will you I'll pay $50 to be like a delivery driver for me, whatever, and you can they cover certain areas. Like we at where we're from, we have like a northeast and a northwest and a southeast and this and that out in Gresham, those things, and you can get those dinners to the people. Yeah. And so and then if you're just picking out one day. It makes it easier. You know what I mean? On this day, we're going to be selling these dinners. And then, like a Sirach's aunt one time, I noticed she started doing that. And she would say what day she was going to do it. And then she would tell you ahead of time what she was going to make. Because sometimes I would run into her in the store. Yeah. And then she's getting ready to buy the stuff for, what she was getting ready to do. And a lot of people was with her food was looking good. Especially when she made them oxtails. Woo, man.
Because that's what I was thinking even for me and Joanne to do. Joanne drives all the time. So she would be the driver because she drives all the time. I'm in the house all the time, so I would be the cook, And we just come up with a day to cook a meal to do a side hustle in the middle of the week or something where we can make money. And, and we'll make it where we don't go too far. If you live far, you meet us at this location. We will be at this location at this time, pick up your food. But you already cashed up your money. So if you're not there, you ain't got no food. That's up to you. That's just how that goes. You Venmo and cash up as your money and we call it a day. But that's how we work and that's how we would do it. But I think those are some good, quick, easy jobs that you can do with no problem. And like me, I would throw in a drink. You know, like we would get something and you have a drink for your family and call it a day. You know, don't get me over here trying to play bartender because I have a drink for that too. You know, lock that stuff up. You know, you just put that in the freezer and you got you a whole margarita. And thanks to But I'm just saying, there's ways to spark it up. Just stay focused and don't. My thing is, I tell everybody, don't look at, my initial cost, or don't look at, I'm not making enough money now. You only need to do things a certain amount of time and do it. Like, there's a lot of times you can build orders online because people want what you have and they don't want to make it. Right. So that's why they're coming to you to do it. I told my husband, you're going to make some lasagna. Now, it ain't going to be on a hot day, but you're going to make some lasagna.
Keep calling there, husband.
That's how you do it. You claim what you know is gonna happen.
Yeah, that's so true.
But the problem is Lydia ready? But Lydia's getting closer and closer because Derek has been up in his game since our breakup, and this has been like fabulous.
That's good though. I mean, because they always say it's really good that you can find somebody. Yeah, you can find somebody who can deal with you, and and in this world. It's no joke. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know. So if you can find somebody that loves you for you and y'all can travel through this crazy world together and stick with it. Yeah. That's what I say. Because it is a crazy, crazy world.
Because you got to understand, we're all struggling. I don't care how much somebody got some money. Because we all living, a lot of us are living above our means no matter how much money we have. You can be rich and still live above your means. Yeah, your income is coming in as $1 million, but you spend $5 million, you're living above your means. Yeah. So you got to understand that everything you do, it might not come in a speed way. I think that's why
we live above our means because of the way the world that we've grown up in, let's say, is always kind of like wants us to live off of credit type of thing. So we always is going off of what we're going to make or what we're spending already, what we haven't even made yet. You know what I'm saying?
It has a lot to do with that. And it has a lot to do with seeing somebody else having a fabulous time with the guy and you want it. Yeah. And I can get it real quick to have it, but you realize that wasn't for me. Yeah, that's true. And then sometimes we just above our means because we got to spend more money on groceries. Yeah. We got to spend more money. Our electric bill is higher than normal or such and such. It can be simple stuff that makes us above our means. Really? It's just
the stuff we need every day. Still.
Yeah, it is. I mean, like I would love to go clothes shopping all the time. I went with a friend to the casino, and oh my goodness, I had fun at the casino, and I was like, dang, I would have more if I would have had money to actually spend and enjoy.
But Lydia be having herself tied up to the business.
Yeah, and you got to. But like I said, I'm not just worried about one business. Like we've been doing the Talkitoutshow on the YouTube for over a year now, and we can't even hit 100. We was at 100 for a minute and lost 2 subscribers, and that was it. We ain't been back. So it's easy as it looks. You know what I mean? It's not easy as people may think it is. Like, I can start me a YouTube channel, and some people can start a YouTube channel and get 1 million right then and there. And there's people like us, we ain't getting nowhere. And I
and the thing is we've been around, even just here in town for a long time. And you are so correct, because there's some YouTubers that I've watched. I mean, they've been on for years. I didn't realize how many years they've been on. And then they go back to when they put the first video look totally different. Yeah. Because they've been doing it for like 10 years and stuff like that. But when I look at it, they got millions and millions and millions. Yeah. And
there's a lot of people, and for some reason, everybody has their own. And I don't care what anybody say, YouTube be jacking you up on some of your stuff. Yes, because I know sometimes we get messages, and then when I try to go respond, it's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's not there.
So it's like one of those things, and it's like a constant learning thing. So my thing is, things might not move fast for you, but cherish the $20 that you get. Yeah. The $10. Matter of fact, cherish the $1 you get. Then cherish the $2. And then cherish the $5 you get. then the $10 you get, then the 30 and 40. Pretty soon you be getting 1,000 and you gonna forget about the $1 because it took so long to do it. But have different side hustles. Do that. So like I said, we gave you about 5 different ways that you can earn money.
Yes.
You know, and have fun making it. Do a podcast and do it about something. Do a research and figure out what is a great topic for you that you might like that will get a lot of clout up for that. And then you got to pay for advertisement to be on something else so it can be motivated to get moving. But a lot of businesses will cost you some money to start. But if you don't have much, Avon.
Yeah.
$25. You don't even have to really work hard.
Right.
People love Avon.
I did that years ago when Ciroc was real little. Oh my God.
Do Avon.
I had to do something, you know.
Mary Kay is a little bit more expensive, so go to Avon.
Yeah,
I mean,
love
Candy
Avon's
Burrs
products.
has her sex toy line, Candy Coated.
Oh, okay.
It's like $35.
Oh, really?
Go ahead and start it. There's a lot of businesses that doesn't take a lot of money to start. And it's your personal business. It is your company. You can have a tax ID number for it, and you can make extra money off of it.
Awesome.
So there's a lot. So I hope I gave you some more jobs right there. And one thing,
because that is still your personal, even though it's a bigger company. Yes, your own.
It's where you get your supplies. It's no different than how we got our business marketing at the thing. We got to get our supplies from somewhere, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, their supplies is already there. They don't have to do like us. We gotta mix and fix, and I gotta do cake in a jar, and I gotta do. We gotta do that. No, it's already there. So it's really your business. You can. She didn't have a car, so I'm not gonna tell her to Uber and all that. But you could do.
Well, she can get stuff delivered to her if she needs, you know.
No, you can do data entry. You can do merch on Amazon. There's merch on stuff. And there's another company I forgot to tell you. Teesprings. Do your own t-shirt business. A lot of people like, I need a printing machine. We got a printing machine. I don't know how to work it, but I can do Teespring and print my stuff, and then I can get a discount because it's mine, and then bring it down to the marketplace as well to sell my items at there. So there's a lot of and Teesprings is free, and they give you a little website and store site and address, and you can get your stuff there too.
Because it's free to start it up. Your stuff to start it up.
Yeah, and they just take the fee, just like a key.
That's amazing.
They take their printing fee and they show.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different companies that do it, but I know Teespring is one.
That's awesome.
I don't know the other companies, but so you got a t-shirt business, you got a book business, you got you teaching people how to speak English. And you're now gonna write you some songs. You're gonna read a book and be a voiceover so people can have the audio for their Kindle experience. The audible listening. And so that right there is 5. I feel like I'm missing one, but if not, go back and watch.
You gave a whole bunch of.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of different stuff that you can do. So when you say I want to hustle, these are some hustle jobs. The problem is, don't go. I'm gonna do low content books, and then that's it. I wrote one book and I'm watching and they making the money. I'm gonna tell you, my first time I made a book, it took me, I think the first one I took one. To me 2 times. I maybe I did 2 books. I think I did 1 book. And then the next day I did 3 or 4 books. And then every day I tried, and then I missed some days. So now I think I got almost like 20 books on Kindle. Now that I realize I would really only have like 4 or 5, but I done got the same book 4 or 5 different times, which I would still have, but it would at least be under 1. So you look at the black one and you can see all the different colors that you can get, but I didn't know that. I'm going to have a coloring book that has some content in it. I'm going to have an activity book coming out. These are all low content books that you can do. And you're just sitting at home. You ain't even got to waste your time. And not only am I doing that, I still got to make my cupcakes. I made my cake in a jar. I still got to make my hot sauce. I got to earn some money to make my tea. And then I got to make my drinks. So I still have a list of stuff that I'm doing over there. And then I'm over here working with Fiverr for my coloring book. There's a lot of stuff. Now I'm getting ready to write my children's book. I already got a whole ideal in my head of what I want to do. And now I just got to write it out and then get them to format what I want. And then I got it going on. And then guess what I do? They send it to me. I uploaded on KDP and Ingram, and now I am a published artist. Now I gotta go out and distribute and make sales and sales and sales. And then we got music. Now we're gonna start. What we're gonna start doing? We're gonna start uploading our music to other stuff. We play our music on our podcast, and we have a good time. But these are things that you can do to constantly bring in money. Because one day, everything's going to blow up all at the same time. And you're going to forget all about it. You're going to be sitting here talking about, where is this money coming from? Well, I mean, every time I check my bank, there's money. And what am I? And you're going to have to look. I was doing this job. They don't look like they paid yet. This job, what? I got that much from this job? You won't know where the money comes in. Because when you do KDP, you put your information in there and your tax in there. All that goes in there. So they'll be putting money in your bank once a month. And I think it's in the beginning of the month that they put it in there. So get those in your mind of what you're doing. Like, there's so many different avenues that you have ways of. As long as you got a computer and internet, baby, you got it. You got it. You can do it. If you got to rent one, you got to go to Aaron and rent-to-owns and whatever ones you got in your location just to get your business started. Yes, you're going to do that. And there's always going to...
most of these things, like we say, our phones are computers anyway. So a lot of stuff you can do over your phone until you get some money stacked up to get...
And I agree with that for people who are very... my finger's too big for the phone. No, I got big fingers for my phone. I need like a phone that just turns into a computer. And my fingers are too big, especially trying to create and trying to do book covers and write. And no, I can't. I'm sorry. I tried. I failed.
The part is getting my kids away from my stuff. I buy mouses and things to go to be able to use my computer using they losing parts.
No, that'd be a rule. They can't touch that one computer. Like, you can't touch this one computer. All the other computers in the house you can touch. This one you're not. Because you got to keep, the thing about it, and the reason I say that for you guys too, and how important it is, because sometimes we don't think about the importance. If that's your business, and you were working at a building, and that's your company, could your kids play on your computer at work?
No.
Then they can't play with it at home because that's your home-based business, and that is your business. Now, if it's a hobby, okay, yeah, they can play on your computer. But if that's your business, and anybody tells somebody that your kids is playing on their business computer, all them tax write-offs you're going to get, throw it in the garbage because you done ruined it, because you done let your kids play with your business computer. And no, so you got to say, this is a business computer. You can't touch it. I don't care if I don't never touch it. You cannot touch the business computer at all. It is not meant for you to do anything but business, and you ain't doing no business. So you got all them other computers, work on it. Figure it out, share it, don't get your phone, something. Because you got to keep in mind, when you're doing business, you guys, to get all your tax write-offs, it has to be business. So look at it as a business. It is not a kicking it spot. It's not the hangout spot. Your location is your business location, and that's it. Because they might come and say, where's your business at? And you got to tell them where area that you're working in your business. And then that's it. Because also, it's a home-based business. That's your rent is part of your tax write-off. But if everybody can go in your business area and kick it, then it's no longer a business area. So you might go, okay, you might live in a 1-bedroom apartment with 10 kids. You better find a corner and nobody can touch that corner. And that's where your business is. I don't care if it's collecting dust. Do not touch the business area. Just keep that in mind, because you want your tax write-off, your mileage, your you going out to eat with people, your vacation, all that is tax write-off. You just got to reformulate your verbiage. And now your vacation is not a vacation, it's a business trip. Because not only am I going to a business trip, I'm selling, hey, take your books. I'm selling my book. And because it's this much online, you sell it for more. People don't mind spending $10 to $12 on a book if you got it in your hand. And then you can say, oh, where you get? Can I order? You can order it on Amazon. I did a special deal with them, and they get it. They pay for it cheaper on Amazon. But because I had to pay for it, I had to pay shipping and handling. It's coming to me, and I'm doing the hard work and stuff like that. I don't have the same amount of people on as Amazon, so my book is now this much longer. So here you go, and call it a day. You can charge $10 or $15, and your book might be $6.99 on Amazon, but you selling it in your hand for $15. And people don't really mind spending $15 to $20 on your product anyway, especially a book. Oh yeah, they got you. But again, you got to have that mentality to have that understanding. And so now when you're on vacation, it's not vacation, it's a business trip. And you can even say, I sold this many books on a business trip. Because now you got a luggage full of your books that you're selling. And then you don't come in there with one book, you come with a variety because you did what Lydia said. You make 3 or 4 books a day. Yes. On your low content books. And if you're really good with Photoshop, you're going to have some bomb content. But you can make adult coloring books. And they show you tricks and ways to make adult coloring books. Or you can go to Fiverr and make those coloring. And it's not that expensive at all to get these contents that you got to do. And then that's your goal. Just make it. But you got to figure out, you can't just do one thing. And hopefully it's going to be your good side hustle. The reason it's called hustling because you're doing more than one thing. A drug dealer don't just sell weed. They sell weed, meth, crack, and everything else to go with it. They ain't just selling one thing. They're selling it all. It's a variety. They might even give you back. And if you buy 5 ounces, I'll throw in a quarter for you for free. You know, it's a hustle. You got to have a mentality as a hustle, as a drug dealer, as a mindset. You gotta have that hustle. That's how Master P made it. I mean, he made his music and drove around and sold his music. He didn't just wait until somebody found. He drove, so everybody was listening to Master P. And the radio station like, I ain't got Master P. I ain't got him. Now people want him. It's the same thing what you do with your business. You gotta get your side hustle on. You gotta get it together. Now the other thing that I had in mind, and of course it just left my mind, and I should have shut up when it came to mind. Oh, eBay. Oh my goodness. I'm starting eBay too, y'all. eBay is a good one. I got some toys in there with the boxes and everything. And I remember my son made me buy 2 Black Panther dolls, female dolls. And he said, one is going to be sold on eBay, Mom. And I was like, okay. So now I got all these toys that I bought them that I never gave them. So it's there. eBay. People go to like stores that you go to. What's that one store you go to all the time you tell me about? They were on baskets and stuff.
Physical store?
Yeah. Then you said we could get baskets for real cheap.
Oh, Packs?
Yeah. They go to places like Packs, Goodwill, Village,
Salvation Army,
all
like
them,
that.
and find stuff that's already in a box and stuff, and then they go on and sell it for a good amount of money. And then they ship it off, and they have like a garage full of, I'm going to call it junk. And then they sell it, and they take pictures of it, show you all different angles, show you that's in the box, and then they sell it. So you might have a lot of stuff to sell, or you might just I like to shop, but I don't buy it because I don't need it. You might go in there and see some stuff. I didn't know there was things where at Mickey Mouse they have these plush dolls that if they have the Mickey Mouse logo, people spend money on those. And they spend like $40, $50, $60 on that. If you you found it for 50 cents. Yeah. And they don't care if it's in the box or not. Yeah. So those are things to think about. eBay's another business.
Those one of those Beanie Babies.
Yep.
For the longest time, people loving collecting Beanie Babies, and that was a good time.
And they got that, and then of course you could do your stuff on Etsy. Like I said, go to Canva, print you some pictures, print you invitations, wall things, stickers, and I would do the ones where they could just download it. So you put one picture up and they download it, and you make $3 or $4 off of it, and you ain't got nothing else to do about it. They got Etsy, you got eBay, and then you could go to the same pack store, Goodwill, and all that, and refurbish stuff. That's true. Like clean it up, wash it, paint it, and resell it for a good amount of money. And those, because it's like furniture and it's big and heavy, big money. So I've given you a lot of ways to do your side hustle.
A lot.
Nothing should be holding you back on side hustle. If you can't side hustle now, that means you just wasn't trying. Because I'm telling you, Lydia done hooked it up.
Yes. And Lydia just said, I didn't even know. She didn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't tell her.
No.
I didn't tell you because I've been waiting to do this.
What, to do the show?
Yeah. Like, tell you when I'm doing the show. Yeah. Because, you know, Lydia don't tell everybody everything. The only reason, like, Ciroc knew is because Ciroc had to help me. Because I had made my own interior.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's the only reason why Ciroc knew is because he was helping me with the interior. Before the interior, he didn't know. He was like, "Oh, I didn't know." I said, "Yeah, I've been doing things. That's why I don't know why you can't do nothing, because I've been doing things, and you got the skill." Mm-hmm. And like I said, he was able to hurry up, and I was up here doing it for, like I said, a week and a half. Ciroc got on there, and he told me, "Hey, you can do this, Auntie, and you can do that." Shut up. I didn't even know that. Well, brother, come on now. So this is what I'm saying. It's like, there's a lot of different skills to doing it, and the more you do it, the more you get at it. But I have to, in my head, because I don't have anybody always pushing me, I have to say to myself, you got to do 3 a day. If you don't do it 3 a day, tomorrow you're going to have to do 6. You don't do it tomorrow, the next day you're going to do 9. But before the end of the week, you might be sitting in the computer for 2 days. Because my biggest part is making the book covers. That's my interior is free. Like, yes, I did create my own interior, but I created my own interior because I knew what I do every week. So in my head, I was like, this would be so much easier if I already had this, and all I got to do is this. This is gonna be cool. So I created it, and now I think, now I got ideas to create different interiors, and now that Ciroc knows what to do, and he can help me, and because I kind of got it, but like again, there's some things that you probably got to go in Photoshop, fix and tweak, because the sizing it is where my hardest thing is on doing what I got to do. But it is what it is, and I'm learning. And as I'm learning, I'm trying to tell you guys, get your business, be an entrepreneur. What I love hearing is people wanting to be entrepreneurs. Like they're craving it, but they don't know how. And a lot of people always look at being an entrepreneur of the expensive way. I always say, if you don't have any money, do something that is created by food. You always have food in your house, always. So you go into the grocery store, like me, I do hot sauce. Y'all, that's a big business. People love hot sauce.
Yes, they do.
They come to our table, and the first thing they see is hot sauce. We got something big standing to the ceiling, and they go, "Ooh, hot sauce." You didn't see that big giant thing swinging? No, hot sauce. They go to the hot sauce, so that's a great business. And all you buying is peppers. Yeah. And you should already have your seasoning, and make sure you have vinegar, and you are set. So think about those things when you're like doing your business. Like, dang, I could pretty much, do something and cook it. Cake in a jar, easy. Popcorn, make it easy. Some candy popcorn, some trail mix, some such and such. Healthy food. People like to have some healthy food. Because I'm telling you, I've been making these drinks for a while. I told them they ain't got no sugar, and then all of a sudden, I can't keep drinks. Yeah. It's funny that a slight word, it makes a difference. No, this don't have sugar, it has this and this and that. Some people still don't get to it. I had one person say, I don't like maple syrup. I said, I feel you, because after I did the 10-day lemonade fast, I didn't like maple syrup. So I made some tea, and my family liked the tea, and I made it with maple syrup, and I just couldn't take it. But now I can't tell the difference because it's been so long since I did the 10-day fast that it is sweet and it tastes just like my regular stuff. That's what I forgot to have me do. Taste some chocolate cake we made. My mom made a cake. There's no eggs and there's no butter in the cake, but my frosting does today. But the cake is straight vegan, but the frosting is not vegan.
It's still natural, though.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that you got to keep in mind when you focus on what you're doing and working on those things. Don't let stuff discourage you and stuff like that. And there's so much. And I was always thinking this because I'm like, I didn't know how many times people did vending. I didn't know there was so much marketplaces and vending, that I was like, I make good money when we go. Even when we do low, it's still more money than I had. Before. So it's always good money. So you have to think of it that way too. Yeah, because it's there, But one thing I was realizing that was really hard for me is, what can I do if I don't? It's so hot right now. Yeah. And I spent all that money, all the little money I had, I spent. That it's like, I gotta go, and I don't want to waste the money. But then I'm like, I'm not gonna kill myself either. But then I was even saying, Like my sister has air conditioning, but it's not central air and it doesn't work like mom's air. I'm like, you're gonna have to come over here. You can't go home because you ain't no better outside than you are inside. At least outside you're gonna get a breeze once in a blue. Inside, what you doing? Like, you gonna be miserable anyway. And because of my sister's illnesses, she's flaring up regardless. So, like, I'm going out at 7 a.m. So, anybody come at 7, they gonna be able to buy. So, we put the 10 up, everything 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Because I think if I gradually go with the heat, I can stand a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But then when I cannot take
to the
it,
peak where like I can't do it no more.
I'm going to the car, turning on the car, rolling down the windows, turning on the AC, and wait till the AC kicks in. Because if it's hot outside and you in the car with the AC on and the AC ain't kicked in, that's death right there.
That is.
That is death.
You gotta let the air, air first.
And I'm gonna sit there, and then they gonna pack up, and we gonna put everything in the car, and we gonna rush our butt back into the thing, home, and then we'll go back on Sunday, do it again at 7 a.m. And we might not make it till 11. But whatever money we make in those 2 hours, that's the money we make. I'm not dying, but I am prepared to stay as long as I can. I'm going to get some sunscreen. We all going to have sunscreen on, and we all going, and black people do need sunscreen. We're going to have our sunscreen in. I believe we can last longer because we're supposed to be made for this weather. We just not used to it because we are in Oregon and it rains, and that's what we're used to. But I'm coming with the dry ice. To keep ourselves cold to drink. Make sure we have some ice on top of the dry ice. So we can fill our cup up. I'm coming up with my 7-Eleven cup that's not supposed to get cold. I might go into 7-Eleven and see they got a new cup so I can get that. Just so I can keep water in me. I am going to get some frozen watermelon. I'm not bringing that. I'm bringing the big one.
Oh, okay. Oh, the big one.
Okay. Yeah, because that one's supposed to keep stuff cold 5 to 6 hours too.
Oh, okay.
I have to think about that stuff. We keep the ice and put it back in or whatever. Keep it on there and stuff like that. I'm thinking about my cakes. I'm like, okay, I don't tell people we're going to have cakes. So, that's going to sit in there and then come out. Because I don't want it to freeze, but I just keep it in there to get cold and then take it back out. So, it can keep and do its thing so I can switch shifts on it. I probably won't put my labels on there. I probably just put the other labels on there because once it goes in the freezer, it kind of distorts the color
of the label. Yeah.
So I don't want to do that.
So you talking about the cake and the cups? Yeah.
And then my lemonades, I'm gonna freeze. So I'm gonna be making those on Thursday. So Thursday I'm gonna be doing all my work Thursday. Which time will be tomorrow? Yeah, because that's when all my packages come in for Thursday. I didn't even order my hot sauce stuff. So whatever hot sauce I got, that's what we're going to be selling. Because I don't think I ordered my hot sauce, but I was supposed to. I probably can.
Could you today?
Yeah,
I'll call on Friday.
Yeah, I'm going to call Uline. Yeah, because Uline should come next week. Let me see. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just trying to get our hustle and flow on. And I'm hoping you guys do the same.
Yes. And she gave you guys plenty of information. So we thank you guys. I know y'all better. I hope a whole bunch of people. If you ain't been on here today, you better get back and watch later. Cause I'm telling you, she gets a lot of good information.
Yes.
A lot of good information, and we love you. We thank you so much. Make sure you watch us and check us out on other platforms. Our podcast. We're gonna be on podcast Friday at 10:30 on Spreaker. So make sure you go there. We want to chat with you there too as well with all the questions and stuff we're answering. So, and of course, keep watching us on YouTube.
These questions too, we're going to be doing the self-care and all that on our regular videos so you guys can get it. It just won't be as long and as in-depth as this, but we're going to try to give you all the information about your self-care and stuff like that. Because even with the self-care, you should have sunscreen.
Yes.
Regardless of what color you are, it's protecting you from the waves of the sun. So remember that.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody in your area and it's ever hot, like if you're in Vegas or Africa or whatever those other countries are that go to that weather, and you don't have AC or AC breakdown, go to a family friend's house. bring some fruits or something that you could eat and do at their house, so it's not a burden, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like for me, like the kids can still go outside, because we got trees and stuff. And then when they come back in, it's cool. Okay, it's cool. Then I'm gonna go back outside and play. They have those options to be able to do that. So I never minded if somebody came over for the weather, because I used to have the girlfriend I went to Vegas with. She used to come over when it was hot and just sit in the house to cool down. Because I've been in an apartment. I know. I've been on the top floor. I know. I've been on the bottom floor. I used to sit in my bed in an apartment. I'd be in my bathing suit, and I put a towel on my couch, and I go into the shower, get cold, ice cold. It's like a burning cold, and I come out, and I would sit in front of the fan and cool.
Yeah.
And that was my vacation, to keep cool. And I sat in the bathing suit. People came over, I was in the bathing suit like this. Yes, hello. How you doing? One time I would have buckets, and I would not buckets, those little swimming pools.
Oh yeah. Wave pool.
Yeah, 1 foot over there, here, two of them like this.
Man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And then, the kids just sitting in the pool like this. Couldn't splash because you didn't want it on your rug and nothing.
Right.
But it was like, this was cooling you down. So those are good things to think about too. You want to keep hydrated. So not only just do you drink water, try to have something in there, like some fruit or something like that in there in your water as well, if you can. Me, I could just drink water because I'm gonna eat some watermelon, and because watermelon, because watermelon is water. When it was cold and we was hot, we was sitting in the car and ate it. It was like a gush of water just went down your throat.
And it's like that with cucumbers too. Cucumbers are full of water.
Yeah, so that'd be good. You could just have some cold.
That's what I did last night. A big salad with a whole bunch of cucumbers on it.
Yes. You can just eat the cucumbers and just go down there. It's good. Don't do warm cucumbers. Yeah. I had that last night. That wasn't good.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Don't do warm cucumbers at all. But having cucumbers is really like, boo-boo. That's a good thing for you. So enjoying that. I hope we give you a lot of good information. I hope you go run with it. Hope you do your side hustle, because Lydia is side hustling for real, y'all. Yes. And I'm always coming up with something new because something got to make money. You can have an idea. If you only got one idea and it ain't making you enough money, you go to your next idea. I'm always going to switch up. You won't see Lydia always with the same stuff unless that same stuff is making money. You'll see me with hot sauce and seasoning all the time. And now my cake in the jar, you're going to see me with those all that, because that makes me consistent money all the time. And if I post a picture, it makes some money. I even get money on Cashapp for that. But if you guys just want to love me and Cashapp me, you can. And it's in the description. So I have to, say, for Lydia, Cashapp. For Joanne, Cashapp. You're saying we won't get mad.
She said we won't get mad.
We won't get mad at you. No, I'm just joking. I'm just saying, we do our hustle, and we want you to hustle.
Yes.
We want you to hustle like
that's
we hustle.
That's why she's sharing.
Yep.
Sharing the wealth.
And this is the only time I share it. I don't share it nowhere else. Best believe I don't share it nowhere else. Only reason y'all know is because I'm sharing. It was a question, and I thought it was a good question for people, and sometimes people honestly don't know.
Yeah, they don't.
And I was like, let me help you, because we gotta make extra money sometimes. And now, economy is going up, and they're not giving us extra pay to go with it. Like, we get extra pay, but it don't really match because we always gonna be down.
Because the airfare was so great before, but now they're saying it's crazy. Yeah. Because everybody traveling, they traveling like crazy.
Yeah.
So the airfare prices have gone up already, y'all. So,
I'm gonna tell you this one. Lydia is doing things.
And she is.
And Lydia is about to be having some moolah. God's making waves. I just sit there and look at God like, dang. So I didn't really have to do lottery. You just already had it. Okay. You got me.
I really have to buy that scratch off.
Yes, well, I've been, it's a grateful thing.
Yeah.
And not only do I might be getting paid, I learned a lot about my history.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, one day, y'all, I'm gonna be looking, and my books is gonna make me some money. I'll be like, hey, where's this money coming from? Because I want to go have money on this, or my money coming there, and then I'll go to my account.
It's coming out every which way.
It is.
Like
I'll be
you
like,
said, you don't even know where.
my account got, how much did my account get? That's how I'm gonna be one day. I can't wait till that day come. That's how I'm gonna be. Like, I really made that on my account. Where did it come from? Where did it said from? Who? Well, which project did I work on? Which one was making me money? That's how you gotta be. Where you shot. Because again, you gotta have a whole bunch of streams of income. And because the pandemic has locked everything down, I mean, we have opened a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Lord, let me tell you, we have opened stuff that I'm like, we are not there yet. Yeah, we are not there yet. But because everybody been getting that shot, they feel like they are not COVID. They can't get COVID because they got that shot, which is a lie, y'all. Y'all can get it, but they don't care. I done seen too many titties.
Man, okay.
Titties out. They're too much trying to be free now. Their titties are out, so freedom has came. And so I'm just saying, while everybody's showing their titties, I'm going to be showing my green dollar bills in my bank account.
That's right. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Anything you got to say, JoJo?
No, by now you have said over a mouthful. And it has been very, very educational and beneficial. And like I said, you've given them a lot of options. And so that was a really good answer to their question that came in. And so she has more than enough to go off of. And so I really do think that's a good, because sometimes it is hard. Sometimes we may even know some things ourselves, but we just need to be reminded by somebody else. We may have to hear somebody else say it. Or, oh yeah, God, I didn't think of that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's that way. I know I'm like that. I live my life and I feel like I have knowledge. Anybody come to me, I can tell them all kinds of stuff. But sometimes I just don't even remember for myself. Yeah. So sometimes it's somebody else has to say it for me to be reminded. Yeah. And so this was really good. But there's a lot of things that I didn't know myself as well. But I'm a person that's not on the internet as much as Lydia is, and so that it is, like you said, when your life changes sometimes. Like for me, it's a good thing to know the things that she said, because my life just changes sometimes to where I'm not gonna be as mobile as I was before. Like she's saying, I drive all the time, but I don't do it as much as I used to, and it's getting harder. So sometimes with us in our minds, it's hard for us to kind of accept those things and realize, oh, well, I can't do what I used to do. But also, too, you have to adapt to your situation. And so me adapting to the situation, but also still maybe wanting to have an income or something, you know what I'm saying? Even maybe being stuck at home or things like that are not as mobile as used to. She gave us a plethora of ideas, so that there's just no excuse. You know what I mean? So that was a good one. That's all. I don't have anything else to say than that, but thank you for letting us know all that.
That's what Lydia does.
So, and I know what I like too is you allow us to know while you are on the journey. So, letting us know what's going through. Because that's the thing about it is a lot of times people, like you said, people start businesses and they make it seem so easy, and it's not. You're gonna have good, bad days. You're going to have things happen to you. You're going to have these experiences. That's why I like a lot of times when I watch YouTubers and they tell me about certain things that's going on, it allows me to realize, okay, this ain't going to be just, oh, hey, it's just going to be so easy. Like there was one particular YouTuber, he's been having this issue with getting his product. He gets his product out to the customers all the time. But he has a hard time sometimes with the post office. They be going back and forth. Or then he got somebody who comes and picks up, and that person been all rough with the packages, and then the people who get their stuff is all broke. Well, it's broke because the person who picked it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a lot of things that us as entrepreneurs that are starting our own business that are trying to give you high quality product, that in between me giving it to you, that whole shipping process, they treat me like crap. You know what I mean? And then that may not be good for you too, because once the customer gets it, they got mad, it's broke or this and that or what something, it's looking all hot mess. and then they telling you, and then you got to resend it off or whatever. So you don't want to have loss like that as well. So you got to think of all those things. So how am I shipping it? How am I getting it to the person? Because I want to make sure it's getting the best. All those things. There's so much stuff in regards to this. So I appreciate, because we are YouTubers, but I appreciate the other YouTubers too that let us know the information that they have and tell us along the way as well too, because it ain't all roses, I'll tell you that.
No, it ain't all roses.
So,
and I'm glad you're able to find those, because I get people that just tell you how easy, oh, this is what you do and this is what you do. And like, even when I was learning to do the low content, but everybody makes it seem easy. Oh, no, you do this, this, this. And I'm like, I don't know what Photoshop is. Or when they did Canva, I was like, oh, I got Canva, and I was all proud. And it was like, oh, I got to pay more money to get that stuff. So I didn't know I had to pay more to get those images and stuff that are free for me to get to create whatever I want. So a lot of times YouTubers forget where it comes from the bottom, or because they have 2 or 3 streams of income before they even started YouTube, that you forget that. Okay, I don't have that. I don't do that. So when I learned about KDP, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put my book up. And that's like 3 days. I was like, okay, 3 days, 72 hours. Okay, I know that's 3 days. Just, it popped in my 3 days. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah. Where is it?
3.5 days. Whoop. 4 days. Whoop. 5 days. But the other ones are coming 6 days. Oh! 8 days. Wow! You don't get those conversations. But then I have to always look at it this way. How many people are doing KDP now? How many people are just pushing
because they
low content books? So it might take them a long time to be able to look at and verify your book. So the 72 hours, they might not realize it takes longer than 72 hours now. But it's me having that concept, because nobody talks about that. And then if they do, they go really quick. It's 3 days, and they're like, okay. And then all they tell you is you want to push out more content. More books, and then you'll make money. And the reason they're telling you that, because your first book, you might not make no money. The second book, you might not make it. That's why they tell you, look up keywords, do this, do that. But if you look up keywords and everybody else is looking up keywords, just think about it. If 100 people are looking up the keywords and we're getting the same keywords, we still our book's still pushed over here to the end. So it doesn't matter how broad everybody makes it important to seem. It's really, your best bet is make your book cover look the best that it can. So when your name pop up, and if people are like me, we're gonna stroll to find the cutest or the cheapest. Not the cutest, they're gonna find the cheapest. But they might come to yours and I like the way this cover look for some reason. I don't mind spending the extra dollar on that one. Or this one costs the same as the other ones. I'm gonna pay this, that, and that you need reviews. Because there are people that are doing scams, they're doing fake reviews, or they're paying people to get reviews. Somebody sent me, the moment I did KDP, I'm gonna tell you the second day or the third day, somebody sent me an email asking me to buy their product off of Amazon, and they will give me the money back. So I basically get the product free. But I needed to leave a review. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. No, thank you. And they're like, I'll give you the money back. No, thank you. Just, if that's the case, purchase it and send it to me. Like, just send it to me. And then I'll read it.
Give you an honest review.
But no. I'm not, then you gotta get a review, and if you don't like what my review is, then I can get my money back, and then I'll pay for somebody who won't. So now I gotta ship it back, because I pay for somebody who won't. It's a scam, so no. So don't do scams. Just do the work.
Do the work.
And you might be like me. I'm not great, even though I went to school and got my marketing degree. I might not be great at marketing. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not marketing anything. I'm going to take it, I'm going to buy it for my author price, and I will sell it. But I'm not doing it. So when I make money off of Amazon, it's going to be because somebody really got on the thing and installed my book cover. And I'm really trying to make my book covers look fun and inviting to do. And that's it. Now, I will market my new book that comes out hopefully tomorrow. And then I can order the book when I get some money. And I want to order like 40 or 50 other books.
Mm.
Because I really believe that I can sell it because of what it stands for and what it does on that low content book. But all other stuff, no. It's free interior. All it did was take a couple of minutes of my time. It doesn't cost me anything to me a couple of minutes of my time. So when I learn marketing and I can figure out how to market, which I will end up, because the more you do stuff, you find out learning more stuff about pages and the books and how to market. You start learning that the more you play around. Just like I found out, instead of me doing that this way, I can do it this way. Because I never saw it when it was demonstrated on YouTube. So where she's saying it gives you a lot of information, a lot of stuff I failed until I learned it on my own. But it did give me some information. But it's one of those things that Lydia will investigate if it's something that she's really trying to do. And because it doesn't cost any money to do a low content book, except for using BookBoat, which is $9.99 a month, then that's what you do, And there's some other companies that I want to use, but it costs money monthly too. So I gotta earn some money to be able to pay for these other things. So, and they only give you like a 3-day free trial.
Yeah.
So then it's like, I don't want to do all that. You gotta figure out what you want to do. And I realized there's some stuff I don't have to do. And that's the thing that I love about Fiverr. So I'm like, if you ever really want to make some money, do Fiverr and do your prices really low. Do yours at the lowest minimum of $5. Because what I say is like, if I want to do this content book, I just go to Fiverr and pay for it. I don't have to go to so-and-so space or this so-and-so or Canva and try to create my own stuff and pay $9.99 a month when I can just pay a one-time fee.
Yeah.
And they can give me 150 pages and then I go over here pay another $10 or $20, get another 150 pages and get all of these pages and then put them in the booklet as I see fit for me. And you can't beat that. You know what I mean? And that's how I come up with all these ideas to make my life cheaper. Yeah. But I'm a person for Fiverr. I do everything. I got my stuff from Fiverr. I got my 2 book covers from Fiverr. I got my sister's logo from Fiverr. I'm a Fiverr-holic.
Yeah, I saw the Fiverr on the logo.
Yeah. It didn't come out? On the new one I sent you?
On the new one, I don't know if it's about some other one that's so Fiverr.
Yeah, because that's the one we just checking it out. Yeah. But if it didn't, I need to do it for you. Yeah, for sure. Tell me soon before it erases off my favorite thing, because then I'll stay on it all the time. Okay. Because I don't want the Fiverr on there and stuff. But yeah, I do Fiverr all the time. And I really like them. And if the more work you want and the more details you want, the more it costs money. But it's way cheaper than if I had to go pay for somebody to do it. And so those are things I think about. And I'm having fun. So it's the same thing with you guys. Like, it really, you can do this without doing anything. Like, if you have Photoshop, literally, you can do your blank photo page, put the word on there. If you can do the diameters and learn that stuff, then yeah, you are on point to do your book for a low cost. And and there's nothing wrong with it. And that's what I'm telling you. Go out there and do those things. And everything I've ever told you is free. Like, it's free to do. You don't have to pay for Canby. You don't have to pay for VIP Kid. You don't have to pay for KDP. If you're already an Amazon person, you got KDP and you just got to sign up. You don't have to... I don't think you have to pay to put money on, to put your songs on Apple. And you can just do it at home, playing around. Who cares? If somebody buy it, they buy it. If they like it, it's going to go viral. I mean, with that one guy, he made Old Town Road, and he got a song from YouTube, paid $25 for the music on YouTube, and he made millions. They got Billy Ray Cyrus on it and stuff. So come on. And I'm not saying you gotta be a great singer. I'm not saying he's the best singer. I'm just saying I can't sing a little bit. I bet you I probably sell a couple of sales on my music. Just put posting up there and listening to it. You know, I told my sister, put us on our local radio. I mean, I heard some people put us on the local radio. We cool.
Yeah.
And who cares? Because we're doing it as Lydia and Joanne, and we having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's who we are. So, like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But there's all different types. And like I said, if you know how to read and know how to tell a story, get on there. People need somebody to make their book into an audible. And you get paid to do that.
You know, look at Tabitha Brown now. They done made Calm the brand Calm that made her the voice of Calm. So she reads books to make people go to sleep.
And so there you go.
Yeah,
And you can do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can do an OnlyFans room and just whisper.
Mm-hmm.
Just to calm people down. What's it called? ASMR.
Yeah.
So you can do an OnlyFans page doing ASMR. It ain't showing a body.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing your mouth, a dark screen of your face.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can put a mask on and all you're doing is reading.
Mm-hmm.
Or talking to them really calmly.
That's cool.
Ta-da. I mean, I just gave me another
She
job.
gave some more stuff.
So, come on, y'all. Y'all, come on.
All
So
right.
let's get our hustle on. Tell me how you do.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how.
Let us know how it goes. Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep you updated on me,
Mhm.
especially on my my books. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep you up on the books, and I'm gonna keep you up on the me teaching people how to speak English.
Yeah.
Those are two things I'm gonna keep you updated on, so you will know. Right along with my Wi-Fi. So
Yes.
and yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a blessed day. Stay cool if you're near us. Stay cool if you're anywhere hot. And stay hydrated, stay cool.
One
Stay
more,
safe.
Shipped.
Shipped.
I know everybody, if you do got a car, I know everybody goes with Uber Eats and what's the other one, Lyft and all them. Shipped is that new thing that delivers groceries. All you gotta do is go there, go to the pickup thing, they put the groceries in your car, and you just drop it off to people. You don't even gotta go grocery shopping.
They just do it
and you
and
just pick it up. Now they do
take
have
it to them.
they do have people that go grocery shopping.
Yeah, but
you can actually just go and get the groceries and take it to people's house.
That's awesome.
And that's it.
That's
and
awesome.
that's shipped. So that's another one.
That one too. Yeah, but of course that one doesn't help the person we're talking about. But yeah.
Well, I gave the person who was talking about 10 jobs.
Yeah.
So after a while she can.
Yeah, you can get a car.
Yeah, she can get a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, y'all, man. Whew, I tell you, we got something going on there.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a blessed one. I'm gonna say that like 3 times.
I know, you're not coming with another deal. I'm going to shut up this time.
Okay, well, we love you guys, and you guys have a good day, and we will see you. But check us out on our podcast on Friday, and then keep watching us, our content on YouTube.
Bye. Talkitoutshow. You can sing to him while I'm doing it. No? So you can sing to him while I'm trying.
Talkitoutshow.